Hey guys, Tyler here bringing you a 3v3 today. We are on Fields of Winnekendonk. Playing for today's spawning in the south, we have Aerafield playing as OKW. And his loadout is Luftwaffe Ground Forces, Firestorm, and Elite Armor. Teaming up with him is Wongy. Also is OKW who has Firestorm, Special Operations, and Overwatch. Finally rounding out the axis we have Lines. Also is OKW, who has Fortifications, Breakthrough, and Grand Offensive. Facing off against them in the north, we have Komuccap playing as Soviets, and his loadout is Counterattack, Urban Defense, and NKVD. Teaming up with him is Login in70 Cat, I guess into Cat. Those US forces straight away locking in infantry. And finally rounding out their team we have Login V9. Playing as Brits, and his loadout is Royal Artillery. Nice placements. And Commandos. In terms of rankings, Airfield and Wongy actually in the rank 1 3v3 team together, but this is a random teammate they have here who is around rank 100 with OKW and random 3s. Face off against them, this is the rank 6 allied range team in 3s. So a pretty high level match here, but you know, a bit of a disadvantage for the Axis having the random on their team. It's a slightly lower caliber. Whoa. And a rough start out here on the right flank for Wongy, getting torn up by these light vehicles and machine gun in the back lines as well, but Axis have secured the left flank nicely and also the middle, so things looking good for them in those areas. Do have the tier 1 start of course for Komuccap. Early Raketin as well for Wongy, going up against both the M3 and the universal carrier. I guess he thought it was with the outlay. Also interesting seeing him go for a Kubel on a map this small. For you know, this is a relatively small map for 3v3s. But I feel like he's going to get that much value out of it on this map. Can't really exploit the Kubel's high mobility that much. He doesn't have to travel so far. This guy in the building trying to hang in there, trying to stall out for a little bit longer, but really needs his whole army. Wants to put up a strong fight. Now the allies switching sides, but pushed off there. Bringing the machine gun as well as UC up though, because it's the suppression in now, but drops the gunner. Gunner dropping more models and has to retreat because of it. A little bit too much firepower there. Sandbag position here working well for the allies. Helping them hold the line in the middle. And overall, a pretty even split of the territory so far, but it does seem like the allies are starting to take control right now. Here comes the M3. There's the Raketin. No, it's on the other side of the map. As is Wongy, who built it, so that isn't going to be able to contribute in this battle. Getting busy now against the penals out here though. Universal carrier did upgrade with the Vickers. Activate the suppressing fire, hasn't found any targets for it yet though. Oh, satchel around the corner. Might actually get one or two of those Sturms. Nope, they're far enough away. Maybe going to try and make a breakthrough here. They do have enough firepower to overwhelm. Who has to pull back. Now Raketin in there misses. It's opening blow on the universal carrier, and now the penals starting to get overwhelmed. Might even lose a squad here if he's unlucky, but gets out of there. Here comes a big old rifle blob though. And Allies actually pushing nicely in the north. Might even catch this truck going up. Airafield's unlucky. And putting up a mortar pit behind this to cover the middle. That would be very tricky for the Axis to overcome. Oh, and they do spot the battle group going up here. Focusing it down with the 2 rifle squads. Incendiary grenade going in. But it looks like they're going to be able to hold the line. Enough squads there to defend. So 2 battle groups over here. Don't think we've seen anything from Woggy so far. Okay, he's getting his truck out mechanized. A more defensive position. Okay, we do have another commander sector. It's going to be counterattack for Komuccap. We're getting forced away from those rear echelon in the north. Axis definitely on the back foot here. We're about to make another breakthrough. You know, they do have these forward reinforcement, and healing now should aid with the map control, especially on that left hand side. Seems like Wongi having trouble on the right all by himself. And it looks like they're going for a mortar half track with the phosphorus. Trying to smoke out the healing area. Gotta be careful pushing forwards here. You know, there's a lot of mortars that could come dropping on your head. And it looks in production for Wongi. Coming in at a reasonable timing. Nothing special though. Ooh! Just misses the killing blow on the universal carrier. A little bit unlucky. The echelon might be forgotten about up here in the north though. Jumps out the last second, but too late. Down they go. AC coming in for V9. Do have a M1 up here as well to try and defend the mortar half track. Which is a fair decision. Got some shock troops joining the penals now in the south. Wongi really needs that light vehicle. He's struggling against the infantry right now. And their allies holding on to middle strongly and harassing the south effectively as well. Now with the trench in the middle, making life even harder for the Axis to push forwards. But here comes the looks. Throws a smoke. Just tries right on through it. Incendiary grenade. Oh man, close call. Section gets away though. Leading a few models, but also should get away just fine. And here comes the AEC looking to deal with the looks, but zoned out by the threat of the Faust there. Some M1919s now for into Cat. And as well as that, another mortar half track. Superior range, doing some good long range barrages, but here comes a nice assault from aerafield. Power and numbers here, and the infantry support gun softening up the mortar pit as well. Oh, looks in trouble. Looks like it's going to go down to the AC here. Raketen is there though. If the AC misses the next shot, which it doesn't. But mutually assured destruction at the very least. Both light vehicles going down. A support from the Raketen from Wongi, otherwise that could have been all for nothing. Support gun going to work on the pit again. Only has one engineer and it's currently back for healing. and reinforcements. So this mortar pit in a bit of trouble. No brace. There we go. A little bit late. Still alive though. Another infantry support gun coming in for lines. Recon plane coming in for Komuccap. A little bit too early for the B4 though. Just seeing what's available. Got the T-70 out now, looking to harass. A little bit late on the T-70 though, you know. 2.5 minutes. Looks like the next truck coming out for airfield. Be careful, this will be like a really juicy target for the B4 in the late game. Because, loses its gunner, not getting any suppression. In fact, the rest of the crew's not coming forward onto the gun either to recrew it. A little bit of a bug there, perhaps. Working out well for the Axis, though. Once again, airfield making a big push through the north. Z-1919s are bleeding them pretty good, though. We've got the Shrek there, ready to fend off the T-70. Connects as well. The kitten is nearby. So, these players trying to get their flak bases up, try and defend their territory. Walking Stuka for Wongi. I was thinking he's about due for another unit. Let's see where it goes. I feel like walking Stukas tend not to be like super good against units in trenches, but I'm interested to see what he decides to target. Meanwhile, Wongi's still struggling out on this right-hand flank. Oh, mortar pit has gone down. Ooh, and the support gun actually softening up the machine gun in the trench. Because Tuka did some decent damage here as well, but yeah, the pit is down. 2 kills though for the walking Stuka, not too spectacular. And interesting, we're actually seeing a kind of late Valentine here on V9. We'll see a little bit more light vehicle dominance. Feels like the time for the Valentine's starting to pass though. Does have some utility if he's planning to go for some Sextons later in the game. For the Faust, could lose a squad for the trouble. Oh man, he got blocked by the penals or something. Took a lot of time to get around that corner. Ends up losing the squad. But, you know, I can understand trying to go for the Faust there because just straight up retreating might also have lost unit to the T-70 as it chased him down on retreat, so it's a lose-lose situation there. Comes the Valentine and destroys the friendly sandbag. Perfect target. Rebuilt mortar pit now. Getting some good hits in. What was that? Okay, another Komuccap recon plane. Still a little bit too early for the B4 for him, however.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us. Taking fire.
And the other allies starting to branch out a little bit to the left, doing some good damage there as well. Using the Valiant Assault here, charging forwards. Trying to catch some of these squads on retreat. Looks like the Raketten's going to change hands regardless. And standing on knee of cover, and comes the walking Stuka for the Pack Howie. Some medium damage, but again, not a super barrage from the walking Stuka. One more kill, bit of health damage on some vehicles. Not something you're going to see in a highlight reel, though. Imagine that, making a highlight reel of just like just the medium strength barrages. I don't think I'll get that many views. Oh no! Google finally meets its end 15 minutes in. It's a pretty good value out of it though. Especially in the face of, you know, the M3 and the Universal Carrier. Valentine looking to do some harass here. And Flak base decides not to push in any further. A few mines around for the Axis as well. But look at this. This is going to be a tough nut to crack. Really going to need some big walking Stuka barrages to soften this position up. And Allies really setting up shop in that middle VP. That's their house now. So another Komuccap recon plane. He's floating a tremendous amount of manpower. Should maybe spend some of that on some caches or something. This is way too much float from Komuccap. Base is engaged the AA mode now. Line starting to push forwards. So is aerafield. These M1919 rifles holding their ground, but might be able to knock out some of these mortar half tracks. Here comes the Panzer IV. Misses its first shot though. Gets the follow up, and one mortar half track goes down. Stolen Raketen gets decrewed. But the push starts around steam. Oh, in comes the walking Stuka, decrews the Packhour and destroys the ambulance. Oh, but that might be the end of the P4. Recruit the Raketen and M1. Yep, needed some lucky bounces there, and they didn't come through. Either way, pretty good raid from the Axis. Got quite a few kills, but real shame that Lions lost his Panzer IV in the process.
Emplacement under attack.
Wongi continuing to struggle on that right hand flank. Needs a vehicle, just can't fight that with infantry alone, or unless you get the overs, but it's not going for that kind of strategy. Some British artillery flares up, the early warning. Try to see if we've got a no. Try to see if we got a howitzer up. Calling in. It looks like they're trying to soften up these tech trucks. Try to knock them out with some artillery. I think this one's just out of range of the mortar pit. We saw some shells landing just slightly shy of it earlier. But the airburst shell is really dishing it out. That truck's in a little bit of trouble. He's actually building a howitzer not too far back from this, so Sumpani is over nearby for repairs. But Axis on the back foot here. Oh, now we've got a Sexton coming in as well. Looks like that truck's going to go down. No, truck's still standing on a pixel of health. And now we've got the LEFH going to town. Looks like it's targeting the mortar pit first. Those mortar pit shells landing just shy of the truck. Still standing.
Base howitzers ready to plaster a target.
LEFH doing some good damage. That line's in a tricky spot here. Looks like, oh, he's going to send in the Valentine. Maybe he's going to use the concentrated Sexton barrage. Or not. It would have been a good chance to use it. Infiltration grenades. Some decent damage, but Wongi continuing to struggle on the south. Getting the cheeky cap in there, but Axis down to 300. Double MG34 is fighting nicely though against this Soviet infantry. And G70 out of commission requiring repairs, so nothing to stop them right now. In comes a Valentine, but hits that mine finally, and One more flak burst, and I think it's going to be the end of it. Bounce, bounce, pin! Oh, but the Sexton finally finishes the job. Tech truck is down. Stuka barrage. Ooh, that was a big one. Hits Vet 2 with that barrage. Did a lot of vehicle damage. Gives a lot of experience. Troops trying to outmaneuver the double MGs now. Here comes the support infantry, however. Infantry support guns in a tricky spot. Mortar pit as well as M1919's raining down. Mortar pit did go down to the howitzer again though. Now the Allies trying to put down some caches, mainly Komuccap, finally spending that manpower float he had. Panzer up here in the north. Supporting the infantry assault. Is using Valiant Assault as well. Getting deep into Allied lines here. Seems like maybe they've overinvested in tank destroyers, going for both the Jackson and the SU-85 early. Have nothing to stop the infantry. Apart from their own infantry. It's not working out too well. For Mother Russia on the other side. Basically the Soviet Valiant Assault. Except even better. Double Raketans are there, but well, you got to be careful in front of these shock troops. You could lose your Raketans in the blink of an eye. Or might lose your Stern Pioneers in the blink of an eye. He blinked. In comes the Command Panther though. Gotta look for some revenge. Oh, nice work from Lines. Bring out the MG, suppressing this entire blob. And the howitzers coming down here as well. Nice support play by Lines. Allies getting pushed right back now. Oh, in fact, he's gone for double Howies. I didn't even notice that. Stuka. Looks like it didn't get anything that time. Maybe it did. Got some penals, in fact. Maybe 3 or 4. I had a Katyusha coming in. 4 kills in the south. That's right, we haven't seen the B4 though. Also surprised we haven't seen a 5-man upgrade from V9. I suppose he doesn't have that much infantry anymore. Now the double Sextons raining down on the tech trucks. Battle group next up. Those flares just give so much sight. And there we go, another truck down. Double Sextons doing the job. Howitzers returning fire though. Panther pushing forwards with the support of the Raketans now. SU-85 got to have to be on its toes. Still in focus sight mode as well. That could be trouble. T-70 on recon mode. The Raketan doesn't get close enough to fire a shot. If it did, that would have been the end of the T-70. Had it have landed, of course. Oh, Jagdpanzer and Panther in the north now as well. It's the IR Searchlight. Setting up for a nice assault there. Slow and steady push, sending in the infantry first, cleaning out the team weapons, allowing the vehicles to push behind. The walking Stuka barrage coming in. 3 Sextons back here. Takes some decent damage. Almost knocks one of them out there. Walking Stuka can do some beastly damage. Looks like the US Forces infantry enough to hold the line so close to the US Forces base. You force them to retreat, they're just back on the field in an instant, so hard time pushing them off once and for all. What are these Howies doing? Oh, looks like they're calling in time on target on one of them. there it goes. Chusha going for the infantry support guns. Howitzer now, or the Sexton's now going after the next tech truck. Scatter's quite long at those kind of ranges though. Another walking Stuka barrage coming in. It's calling in the Overwatch. Oh, well there goes the Universal Carrier. Walking Stuka again doing some big damage to the vehicles. This doesn't really have any infantry to fire at. Overwatch dropping some shells. Lines having to move around trying to avoid the artillery coming down from the perimeter to Overwatch. Similarly over here, got to be careful. Oh, MG could be in trouble. It has to back out. That ability lasts a really long time. It's reasonably good as defense, just because of its duration. Kind of easily avoidable, but quite annoying to avoid. Panther coming back out, but so is the T-70 Su-85 combo. It's going to need those Raketans and camouflage, maybe get some sneak attacks cooking. Oh, I didn't even notice. We've got a priest as well as the Sextons. Panther pushing forwards though, got to find it here. And there he goes. Nicely done from aerafield. IR searchlight clearing the way there. Jackson has to be careful. If he backs through there, he's going to take some anti-tank strafe from the Ju-87s. If he's in sight. Allow the Panther to extract there safely. Those Raketans at, do you have to retreat them?
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
I don't think you got any kills there, but trying to soften up the Shockies in the south. Still though, you know, the Axis have drained about 50 VPs and the Allies about 70 in that same period, so still a pretty decent VP lead for the Allies. So we've got a Sherman coming in next for into Cat. And he might be about to lose this Fox screen. Oh, that was cool. Gets away. And this is a fresh Valentine, it is indeed. Getting spotted though by the IR searchlight, as well as this big infantry push coming out. That searchlight doing some good damage, or good intel. Chusha now going after the MG. Panther coming forwards, but taking some shots. The Kitten is there to return fire, however, but he has to retreat in the face of the satchel. In fact, that's double Su-85s down here in the south. He has to be careful. Command Panther wants to get the kill on the T-70. Oh, but he threw a grenade. Was that a misclick? Threw a grenade instead of a Faust? I'd say that was the input error there. Look at this US Forces blob coming after the IR searchlight now. I'll try. Nope. Thought he was going to mass AT grenade it to death, but not happening. Second LEFH still going to work in the back lines. Looks like maybe he's going for some base barrages with it. 13 kills. Haven't seen another. Maybe we're about to see it now. Another recon plane into time on target to finish it off. Another Stuka barrage coming through. Oh, there we go. Gets a good hit right on the last rocket of that rifleman squad. A lot of tank destroyers for the Allies. It's going to be a tough nut to crack for the Axis. Looks like this got decrewed. Did he use time on target on that and it didn't even die? That is embarrassing for time on target. Howitzer coming in here. He's got to be careful with those rifles. Oh, the scatter's pretty big, but could be devastating. Wangi was right back to his base, but similar story in the north. With Komuccap also right at his base doorstep. Next is going to jump onto the cutoff here though. A few team weapons that he could destroy with his tanks. They're pushing aggressively here though. Panther and Jagdpanzer. And gets the Valentine for the trouble. Next on the agenda is the Vickers. Allies starting to fall apart up here. A few nice scalps for the Axis. Ooh. Looks like that penal blob was put to a halt by the walking Stuka, but Lines, man, he's lost a lot. Been in the wars. Howitzers have been getting targeted. So he's still standing defiant. Ooh. Same for V9, look at him, he's got 4 sextons, and that's it. Is that double walking Stukas now for Wangi? Yeah, second one, first barrage on that, 0 kills. Oh my god. Okay, the sexton's going to work on the next battle group. 4 sextons, that is so much firepower. I don't think there's much he can do about that apart from go sexton hunting whilst the Allies have a insufficient army on the battlefield. Oh, 270 hunting. Oh, and he gets it finally. Well, he's been looking for that for a long time. Not switching targets over to the shock troops with his MG though. Luckily both the Rickens escape alive. Remember Overwatch coming in again. As well as a zeroing artillery looks like in the back lines. They didn't have sight for that though, didn't do too much damage. Need to maintain sight for zeroing artillery to work. And another priest coming in. Oh, in fact, he lost his priest earlier, right? So replacing his priest now. Got some Wolverine Stukas firing in the south. One kill though. Rocket scatter not favourable for Wangi. And we've got Overwatch coming down as well. Folks got to be on their toes. Sounds like these priests getting the job done. Tech structure's still standing though. I mean, he can't even risk oh, they killed a walking Stuka, and that was the Vet 2 one as well. You've got to be on your toes when you're facing this much howitzer fire. Nothing is safe. Airfield for another big push of infantry. Knocks out one of the, must be like the last remaining squads for V9. Komuccap now going for a third SU-85. I didn't even notice that. Command Panther not going to make much headway in the face of 3 of them. It's going to be camped up in the middle though, it looks like. These early Feature's doing 6 kills, 12 kills. What we called on the artillery. And this Howie over here didn't get repaired either, so almost certainly dead. There he goes. Okay, can now Wongi set up a nice Raketen ambush, knock out one of these Su-85s. Been waiting for this opportunity for a long time. Getting our airborne assault in from aerafield. The suppression on the big blob. Full retreat. He maybe could have stayed in the fight there. It only comes through for one suppressing pass. And Panther's getting aggressive here. Raketen's behind this. Looks like airfield going for a big push. Got 2 Jacksons up here. Panther takes engine damage, but the Jacksons gotta be on their toes. Black Panthers don't push up for the kills, but next on the menu is the Sextons. Down one of them goes. Where are these Su-85s? Looks like, oh, both of them died to the Raketens. And the Command Panther, incredible play from Wongi. You didn't get to see it on camera, unfortunately. Too busy focusing on airfield's push into the Allied base here. Now has his target set on the last Su-85 remaining. Looks like he's gonna call it a day there, though. It was a strong push. Took out 2 Su-85s there, as well as a Sexton. Maybe a little bit more as well that I missed. It's a good push from the Axis. Still though, they have trained down to 200 to the Allies 400, so still slightly losing the VP battle despite picking up some big scalps. Look at army sizes, we have 82, 62 and 58. This is 47, 49, 72, so yeah, maybe about a 50 army total advantage for the Axis now. So definitely pulling ahead in that department. Let's see if they can convert that into a victory point score though. This rifle blob, super strong. Because the suppression in there, forcing them off. Triple Sextons, what are they looking for? Going after the MG in middle. And now we've got a Panzer IV from lines. And that Vickers got obliterated. And the Fate returning fire here. So you're trying to use maybe he's using just regular barrage. I was wondering if he's maybe going to try to use counter barrage. Which would be cool. Panther in there doing some damage. Oh, infiltration grenades into the smoke. Good thing he was paying attention, old Komuccap. Could have been disastrous. Oh, Su-85 there. Panther got to be on guard. Axis pushing right to the Allied base here. Oh, why did he hit a quad? Maybe he's worried about airfields off map. This one not that devastating though. The first pass is that suppressing plane, which allows you to get your vehicles out before the anti-tank planes come through. It's not to be as effective as regular Stu close air support. Now how he's starting to go for the base. Allies getting pushed all the way back. Gotta be careful as well repairing out here. These Howies are going to work. Could lose your vehicle crew like that. Axis looking in control here, but still a lot of victory points for the Allies to work with. Easy to make a comeback, just gotta play tight. They have a lot of firepower. These Jacksons, gonna be triple Jacksons soon, could really do some damage to the Axis armor. What's it going for? So the triple Sextons going for the IR searchlight, perhaps. Oh, here we go. Starting to get some hits in on it now. Oh. Panzer also took some damage. Also have a Churchill for V9. Finally, there's like some units on the field. Only has one engineer for repairs though. We're going to need a couple more. Troops pushing forward onto the VP, but Axis looking to set up the triple cap now. The Allies draining fast and their map control is poor. It's looking dire for the Axis. I mean for the Allies. Oh, another LEFH constructed from the lines. Looks like this one get no, this one got decrewed by time on target. And on about 3/4 health it looks like. Because that was the Vet 3 howitzer earlier. Man, time on target, what a terrible ability that is. Can't even destroy a howitzer, that's like the only thing it's good for. Can't even guarantee kill a howitzer, just to say. Here comes the rifle blob. Oh, searchlight loses its light. And now the Jacksons pushing forward. Triple Jacksons. It's a lot of firepower. Jagdpanzer coming forwards, but also going to take a triple punch. And now engine damage. Second Jagdpanzer is there. One Jackson pulling back. Oh, they missed the killing blow. Oh, twice on the Jagdpanzer. Lucky break for aerafield. And I think that's an attack ground from this one. Also missing. This one pushing forwards, but some damage. That one finally goes down. Panther coming back out. Picks up one Jackson in response. Searchlight reveals his next one, but doesn't get the kill with the Jagdpanzer. Remember, Jagdpanzers do get the bonus health at Vet 2, so you can take one more shot, and he helps in those tank destroyer fights. Oh, what's this? This Command Panther diving deep. Finds, what's that, a mortar half-track it looks like. Takes it down. Oh, and we got some Sexton fire coming in over here. Oh! Down goes the Panther and the engineers repairing it. Oh, SU-85 exposing its rear. Command Panther on the hunt. Second SU-85 coming over. He's trying to turn around. About face. Panther circling. Oh. Oh, Kugel goes down. And has to abandon chase. The second SU-85 saving the day there. In fact, he might even be in trouble. SU-85 charging forwards. Let's get him out safely. So what do we got for? He's still got two Jacksons, so into Cat reserving quite well. Oh, and Chainfaust look like he might be able to knock out one of these SU-85s. Duke coming in the vicinity as well. Oh, but is he going to lose all his Volkswagens in the process? That's two down. All of the Volksschmiedis went down. Oh, what a costly kill on that Su-85. Just raining down, shock troops pushing forwards. Oh, Howitzers raining down. Jagdpanzer's got to get out of there. Oh, that was a close call for the Vet 2 one. And then Rifles pushing him behind this, threatening the AT grenade. Maybe Jacksons could come in with a bit of follow-up as well. Allies not done yet. All the mobile howitzers are getting some nice kills. This one at 10, we can take a look at V9s. He's lost a few, mind you. 15, 10, and 9. Yeah, they're stacking up some pretty nice kill counts as well. How about these? We got 0 still on that one and 8 on this one. Old-fashioned Howie war, this one. Now the VP score finally in favor of Axis, 188 to 175. The Allies are about to break the triple cap. It's not looking good for the capping potential in other areas of the map. Yeah, these walking Stukas going. Whoa. Pretty good hits. No outright kills, but solid stuff nonetheless. Comes the KV-1. That Winnekendonk, well vetted. Vet 4 dishing it out to the KV-1. Command Panther doesn't want to chase though. Triple Jacksons, oh no, two Jacksons and the Sherman now pushing through the middle. Knocking out the bunker there. Oh. Catch you later, Winnekendonk. Here comes the Jagdpanzer though from the other angle. Second Jagdpanzer not far behind. Jackson's got to be on their toes. And comes the airborne assault in the middle. Gonna try get these Allied tank destroyers out of the zone. 35 was a good damage long range, but the Vet 4 Winnekendonk from the other side getting some free hits and again might be able to get the kill here. Loses sight. And now Axis pushing behind this. Axis still in control. Look at army sizes, 48, 87, and 78 plays 67, 55, and 98. So yeah, pretty similar, honestly. Pretty similar army sizes between these two. Sounds like a big boy, the King Tiger, coming onto the field for aerafield, placing that destroyed Panther that we saw go down to the howitzer earlier. That one's going to have a bit more heft to it, but still quite slow. Could go down to these Allied tank destroyers. There are so many of them as well. Should be quite nice against these rifle pushes. Do some big damage to those riflemen as they push forward. Man, these Sextons coming down. He actually catches another walking Stuka in the back lines. Oh, he must be fuming. And Jackson's pushing forwards now. Oh man, the Jackson takes a monster shot there. Go down to one more KT shot. There we go, gets the kill. KT's taking engine damage though. Does have the double Jagdpanzers there to back him up, however. Should be safe. Churchill in there behind. Protecting. Firefly pushing behind this as well. In comes the Panzer IV. Getting out of there. Axis trying to get the caps cooking, but Allies also making a dash for the VPs on the other flank. He's gonna try to stick it out. He's gonna try to get the VP under his control. Now capping in the middle. Takes some heavy damage, but not enough. Oh, double sextons, it looks like it's in the middle, stopping the capture there. Allies capping, maybe they're going to have a triple cap now. Axis is looking in trouble all of a sudden. The aerafield, you know, very light on infantry, very little capping power himself. Tiger chasing away the squads in the north. One or sextons or priests, I don't know what now, going for the rebuilt med truck over here. What a chaotic game. Craters everywhere. Now we're going to try and chase away the KV-1. We do have a quad for Komuccap to shoot down the airfield's planes going forwards. Good walking Stuka barrage there. Airfield finally making a break for the VPs. Both teams basically dead even at this stage. Tier 4 down here for Wongi, trying to hold the line a little bit more strongly. And Rakitten's creeping up, looking for the kill on the SU-85. Chasing away the shocks. Oh, Panther pushing forwards, perhaps baiting for the double Rakittens. Oh, and there it goes. Vet 3, SU-85 down. Nicely executed by Wongi. Gets the job done, gets out. And Tiger looking for opportunities in the north now. VPs are stalled. Oh, squad down. Stuka mops it up.
Tank ready.
Another Jackson coming in for into Cat.
Tank destroyer is ready for orders.
Rebuild after that last failed push. Wongi, meanwhile, seems to be taking over in the south after knocking out all of those SU-85s. And this double Jagdpanzer King Tiger combo seems to be working well for airfield. Especially now that these Jagdpanzers, you know, Vet 2, Vet 3. Oh, going for the kill on the Churchill, but it's got slightly too much health, one shot too much. We're not chasing any further. Jagdpanzer's there though in support. Dishing it out. The Firefly, which is returning fire, missing. One more shot from the Jagdpanzer. Probably doesn't have sight though. Oh, he gets it. If he didn't shoot, he wouldn't have been revealed in the fog. Would have got away. And looks like the mass sextons just made mincemeat of that Schwer in the south. Just instantly destroyed it. Pushing forward, goes down to the Overwatch.
Enemy down to 100 points.
Yeah, Allies ticking under 100 now. Overwalking Stukas. sure what they're targeting exactly there. Ooh, that one. That was the money shot. Penal's down. Faustin. Oh, and Jagdpanzer and KT pushing behind this. Jackson's wounded. So is the Firefly and the Churchill. This could be a good time to push for the Axis. Allies calling in the recon plane though.
Ready for action.
And he could use the recon, the flare. Hope these tank destroyers fire at their maximum range. Oh, big shot from the KT there. 18 kills on that so far. Oh man, he's got to be careful with the priest right there, right in front of two Jagdpanzers. And why is he going for a Centaur right now? They've still got the quad, don't they? They need 2 lots of AA. Centaur's not going to stand up to much. We're done with another Firefly. Or another Churchill. KT dishing out to the advancing rifleman squads. Here come the Jacksons, but Jagdpanzers are right there to return fire. Trading blows. Oh, in comes the Sextons though, also dishing it out to these Axis tanks. Forcing airfield back. They're doing some damage in the south. KV and Churchill down here. Vet 4 on that bad boy, nearly Vet 5. Coming up to an hour long almost this match. Vet 5 now rebuilt. Komuccap in the south. And Wongy having to rebuild the kittens to try to counter that now. Allies have regathered the middle. Now Axis on the drain. Some mass Sexton action in the south again. So the neck truck's going to be next on the menu. KT and Jagdpanzers pushing forwards again. Pushing into the middle. KT working on the rifles. Jagdpanzers working on the tanks. Causing the airborne assault. Centaur currently occupied firing at tanks. Might not be able to shoot down the planes. Up gets one of them straight away. Jagdpanzer's missing. Oh, down goes the Sherman though. Axis pushing in the middle. Looks like the Churchill coming out from the south. It's a tank plane coming through. Oh! Sounds like the AT plane's now dispensed with. Oh, Jackson's going in for the kill here, but might have bitten off more than they can chew. Oh, third Jagdpanzer there now as well. Oh, man. Just one more shot. Jagdpanzer out in the north, not chasing, but oh, he gets the killing blow anyway. Max range. Panther also duking it out. Going to pull back for some repairs. TPs are stalled again though, but that was a overextension from Komuccap, putting the Allies way behind now. Losing those Jacksons, they're in a bit of trouble. This King Tiger, next time it comes up on full health, there's going to be little to counter it. Especially if these tank destroyers are still posted up in the south. Nade exchange. Pretty well dodged from Komuccap though. Oh, we're getting pushing forwards. Bouncing that shell. So it's going to go down. Rifles pushing forwards. King Tiger's still back there. Still wounded. He's trying to back him into the artillery fire. Oh, and it's raining down right next to him. Oh. Wild Panther runs over a mine. Oh, but he gets the kill on the Churchill nonetheless. Looks like he's going to be able to extract as well, thanks to the Raketen protecting his retreat. Allies just throwing the infantry forwards, trying to hold on to the VPs. But might have done this slightly too early. Still have a few VPs to work with. Axis jumping onto the VPs now. Oh, there's Howitzers doing all lines. 5 kills on this one, V2, 15 kills on the other one. V4 must have been doing a lot of vehicle damage to get that much vehemency. Now we've got double AT guns into Cap. Oh, and they're taking the hammering from the walking Stukas right out the gate. Get to do anything there. Another bunker going up, covering the central VP. Nice idea from lines. Getting chased off the south. There's a 4 in there. Oh, really nice work there, holding the line. MG upgrade is complete on the bunker. Jagdpanzer coming up now as well. Gonna chase off the Centaur. Is that? Yeah, aerafield calling at his planes once again. Jagdpanzer and Bop. At least 25 pulling back. Oh, plane crash Central. SU-85 hunting. Ju-87's finished the job. Oh, and now the Centaur going down as well to them. Oh man, this is a big tank push from the Axis, and that's it. The Allies throw in the towel. Lost too much in those last few engagements. All those Jacksons did. Now all of their teammates' vehicles also going down in that last engagement. Whoa, what a game. Long one. Good match. And what? Some crazy. It's like mass priests, mass sextons. Just made mincemeat out of those first few OKW trucks. But the Axis stayed in there. Took favourable armour engagements. Managed to grind their way back into the match. Very well played by them. Anyway guys, a wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise I'll catch you off the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.